Hey YEGnation, it's Arun here. We're with Sarah Hamilton in Ward 5. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
For all our viewers, how about you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name's Sarah Hamilton. I'm running to be the city councillor here in Ward 5. I was born and raised in Edmonton, and I love this city. I think there's one of the reasons I decided to run is because I think there's a lot of decisions coming in this next session of council that are going to impact how we experience Edmonton for the rest of my life and for the lives of the kids that a lot of people my age have, my nieces. You know, they're going to be looking at the decisions we make today and deciding whether or not they want Edmonton to be a city that they decide to live their life in.
Yeah, we gotta look 10, 20 years down the line, right?
Exactly.
So everyone,
big vision.
Yeah.
Big vision.
That's what you're trying to offer.
Yes.
So Sarah, tell us a little bit about what you think are the biggest issues in Ward 5, some of the things that you're kind of focusing on, because, you know, our viewers may or may not know what the hell's going on in Ward 5. I don't know, I'm from Ward 9. So, like, you know, tell us what you think is important, what you want us to do.
So residents in the West End are going to be getting LRT sooner rather than later. There's been a lot of consultation about it, but we've seen some issues with the LRT in other areas of the city that I think residents would rather see resolved before we start on a new leg of the LRT. They want to know that their commute is not going to be significantly impacted, no 7-minute left turns, and they want to know that we're going to address the issue that we see at major intersections. So there's a lot of talk about going over intersections or under intersections. Really, I think they're just looking for assurance that the city has their back on this, that we're going to make sure that the West End remains a really great place to live.
For sure. So we at YEGnation are trying to get young people out to vote. We're trying to get young people involved October 16th, guys, in community and, you know, just involved in Edmonton, because we want to see the city grow in the way that everyone wants it, and Edmonton's a young city. So what have you done in the past, and what are you doing to try and get young people out to vote and participate in Edmonton?
I am so proud that my volunteer team has a lot of really young people on it. Not just people my age, but people in their 20s. And I have volunteers who are under 18 who looked for an opportunity to get involved, and we made it easy for them. So centralized meeting points. We're using an app system that helps us, when we're out on the doors, keep track of where they are, and training them to be the next generation of political leaders, whether or not they decide they want to work behind the scenes in politics or they want to become a candidate one day themselves. For me, it's so important to have a legacy of leadership and knowledge, because that's the only way that your city can grow, and you do get that engagement from youth. If they're involved in the process, they want to vote, they want to be part of it.
Awesome. So you're a woman candidate. We're really happy to see that. We've been trying to asking everyone, how are you getting women involved? How are you getting that cultural diversity and everything like that? And so what have you done in the past, and what are you doing now to get that, to make that happen, I guess?
I've always been aware in politics that there's not a lot of women at the table, and there's a lot of reasons for that. I think that groups like Equal Voice have addressed. For me, it was understanding the challenges that some women faced getting involved. I have a lot of women on my team, but it means that they weren't necessarily able to come door knocking with me. Instead, we might meet after door knocking. Like, I meet with a lot of my women volunteers at 9 or 10 o'clock at night after the kids have gone to bed, and we can work on things that we're going to address for the next week. Communications or organization. It's being flexible and understanding the different ways that people can contribute, and finding a way to say yes, let's, rather than no.
Awesome. Yeah. So, you know, one of the things I like to ask is that, you know, what do you bring to the table that may be different from other councillors that you think is going to make you stand out from everyone else?
I'm a consensus builder, for one. I like to bring people to the table and find a way to make the things that we want to see in our city happen. I have experience working with different levels of government, and I have great relationships with people at all levels. There's a lot of really complicated challenges our city is facing, whether we're talking about climate change, or we're talking about an opioid epidemic, or we're talking about affordable housing. These are really important issues that we need to address in the city, and we can't do it just as a city. We need our provincial and federal governments to be able to support us in this, and that means that you have to be able to build those relationships and find consensus.
Cool. All right, so Sarah, it's been awesome to meet you.
Thank you.
If you have any last words for our viewers out there at YEGnation, now's the time to let them know.
October 16th is coming up. We know it's going to be a low turnout election. So I would say no matter who you vote for, please go out and cast a ballot. Having engagement is the first step in having a mandate on City Council and creating that sense of engagement. I think YEGnation has supported and I support. So October 16th, please vote. If you need more information, go to the Elections Edmonton website, and you can visit me online at hamilton4ward5.ca.
Are there any forums left for Ward 5? I know that's happening.
This Sunday there's a forum at the Elmwood School. You can look it up, but it's about 83rd Avenue and 159th Street. And of course you can watch the archive of the City Forum online.
Awesome. So everyone, that's been Sarah Hamilton. It's been great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, YEGnation, we'll see you later.